Big welcome, everyone, to this week's Then Mastermind, a call that we've been conducting every single Saturday for the past 2 years as we have been building the community within the Ultima ecosystem. Now, today I'm going to keep my camera off. I'm traveling and I'm not feeling great. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to share all the information to you in the most powerful way. So just if you're wondering why the camera's off, that's it. You got my picture there, so don't worry. Just look at the picture if you miss my face. And we're gonna get straight into it, guys. So we have some important information to share, and I will make sure that we are also covering some important points from last week. The purpose of the Den Masterminds is to, on a high level, discuss all the recent developments, to set the direction for the future, to unite the community, for everyone to understand. And when one person is doing something is very challenging, but if two or more people come together, a mastermind is created, which means that everyone got access to a multiplication of energy and impact. So when like-minded people come together with the same intentions, then miracles can happen. Of course, if a lot of people come together with negativity and bad intentions, also it has the equal negative effect. So the purpose of today's call is to help everyone to zoom out and for everyone to understand the direction and the impact that we are having as the community in the co-creation of making Ultima ecosystem very successful. Now, with that being said, this is exactly how we started the last call. Last weekend, we were talking about what we bring to the picture as the community and our understanding that this is not a platform where the company is creating value and we are only extracting value. We are only taking, and always asking, what can I get from the platform? Now, the real energy shift is going to happen when everyone is asking, what am I contributing to the common goal of increasing the value of Ultima and, of course, increasing the community and increasing the value, which will impact everyone in a positive way. And we spoke about the common responsibility we have, because if we want an increase of value, it is down to us to generate that energy and focus on the right things, because then other people will be attracted to Ultima. And that's how the community is growing, because they see, wow, this community is excited. This community is positive. This community has belief, and that's going to make me believe in the project. If we do it the other way around, it's going to have the other effect. So this is the little bit of what's happening, where a lot of people are doing it in the wrong way, where want an increase of value, we want an explosion, we want positivity out of it, but what we are giving to it is negativity, doubt, uncertainty. So whatever you give is what you are receiving. And because this is a group project where everyone is contributing, we're all contributing, then if the majority of us have a positive and high frequency and high energy in the way we look at this project, then that is going to be the result that is going to happen to the price, the value, the community, and everyone will benefit. So that is very important to understand, and I'm going to come back to this in a bit as well, as we are talking about in very detailed way how this is playing out in the market and what we can do to get ourselves to the best possible outcome. Because everyone on this call, we are here for the same reasons. We're here to learn, we're here to co-create, we're here to get value, whether it's monetary or knowledge or whatever it is that you are here for. There is something that we want to receive, and I will talk about how we can get to that point together later in this call. Now, we were speaking last call about that the company is initiating a 3-month plan right now, where the month of June is to really make sure that everything from the past is being sorted out step by step. So the initiation of a lot of parts of the business, such as cashback points and CoinsBit and other challenges, which is happening, of course, in the market, which is normal. The company is taking responsibility and speeding up this because the company wants to get as much as possible done before the start of July. Now, July is going to be a big month because July is where the information from the company will be shared to the community in terms of what the Grand Master Plan is. And this Grand Master Plan is that in July, there's going to be a pre-launch energy initiated where the company will explain what is coming. There's going to be a few surprises and launches happening in the beginning of July. And it's going to be a massive build-up towards August where the real explosion is expected to happen. The 1st of August is a date that Alex is mentioning over and over again inside of the Telegram voice notes. So there is a lot of things that is happening ahead of that. So June is about covering the past preparation time, getting the troops ready, getting people involved, getting people in before we are launching the pre-launch energy in July, where new information will come, new presentation. Alex is preparing a very long PowerPoint with a lot of updates right now. And whenever that is done, he's going to call everyone to a Zoom or a webinar, wherever he's doing it. And all of us will be able to see the updates that is coming. There's a lot of work happening behind the scenes, and we will all see the insights of it in July. And in August, the real explosion will happen. So with this in mind, of course, taking it back to us and what we have control over, we can utilize the coming 10 days in a very powerful way of preparation. This is a time where we are setting our targets for the coming 3 months. This is a time where we are choosing who it is in your organization that will be with you on this run that is going to start very soon. This is the time where you are setting your intention, and by you being so certain in your direction, you will see who is with you and who is not. A lot of people are asking, how can I create momentum in my organization? Yes, the best way to do it is to look into the mirror and say, what am I doing? How many people am I contacting? Because the people in your organization is going to look at you. They will be looking at your actions. If you go and you look at your 10 leaders and say, hey guys, why are you not working? Let's work, come on, work. And you are not doing the work, they will just talk to their downlines and everyone is just talking. If you don't have even time to talk to some of your leaders because you are on a mission, you have made a decision, you have analyzed where this vision is taking us, and you are setting up an action plan and you're moving with power and certainty and deep belief, what is going to happen? Your community is going to duplicate and do the same. That is how to generate momentum. So we can utilize the month of June towards that as the company is solving the vouchers, cashback, CoinsBit, and other things with swapping, PLSU, PLSUC, etc., etc. Smart Payouts is opening up. Smart Pool is opening on the 1st of August. And of course, the preparation of the buyback pool is happening, the preparation of the technology. The company is preparing, so we should also be preparing on the network side, because this is a co-creative process that has to take place for this plan to become a success. Now, on the 1st of August, we have the launch of the premium pool, royal pool, business pool, and there is some incredible things that will come on top of that as well, where the company now is initiating the next phase where the target is to increase the price. Because what will happen now, if it is that we are co-creating in a way that works out for everyone, meaning that the company is doing their part and we do our part, what will happen is that the company will launch the new exciting things from the gaming sector, from the new technology with the splitting 2.0 and other opportunities. They will do their part. And if we as the community do our part and we're building up the energy, we're building up the pre-launch energy, what will happen is that we will have such an increase of the price that it's going to be so attractive from everyone in the market to jump in. And that is where that explosion going to come from. And that is where you will be able to sell your Ultima at a higher price. That is where you can make your potential profits. And this has to become a co-creative process starting already today. So the coming 10 days ahead of July, it's very important that you are setting the targets, the goals, that you are gathering your troops, and that you are setting an action plan, that you're leading with example, and that you're going very deep within and finding your deep motivation, what it is that you believe. And I'm going to help you get that deep vision motivation at the end of this call. And I'm going to share a little bit more some details before and updates, and then we're going to jump into that. So a lot of things are coming, guys, and we are right now preparing and waiting for Alex to come with this new presentation. We know that the premium pool only have 700 splits if we exclude the promotional splits. So it's hard to calculate, of course. So the system is calculating how many splits is there without promotion. It is same, like Alex said on the voice note, 700 premium splits that is in the pool, which is a very low amount. And when you take into consideration comparing to other pools, you can see that is incredible low right now, which is giving a great run ahead of the launch on the 1st of August. And this is very important to be a part of. So with that being said, guys, we will not have more in terms of detailed updates with anything to do with the platform now. We'll more talk about the action plan, where we're going, and how we are visualizing the coming 3 months to happen and what it is that we need to do. Now, for us to build towards a big momentum in August, it's very important for us to understand the crypto market, for us to understand the cycles of the market, for us to understand how Ultima has been operating for the past years, and for us to understand how this company has created so many multi-millionaires, more than any other company in the industry, and has been here for 8 years. It is because certain people have understood how this company is operating and have understood what it is that we should do to benefit from this company. Now, if you step into a system, you need to understand the system. You can judge the system and it's not going to fill your pockets. You can say it's good or bad. That will only keep you within your head. But if you are able to look at the system, observe the system, understand the system without judging the system, you can position yourself as an observer and you can make decisions that is not emotional. The winners will be the ones that can understand what I just said and can apply what I'm about to say. So that is extremely important, that you are asking yourself, am I acting emotional? Am I acting with strategy? Or what is it that I'm acting on? It is very important to act on strategy. Now, what most people do wrong, and I'm going to take you through 2 examples right now. What most people do wrong is that we are coming into this business and we are looking at it in the wrong way. We are saying, okay, I'm getting the splits. And before I jump into that, no financial advice going to be shared here today, guys. I'm going to share a few examples right now. This is not financial advice. You have to make your own strategies and your own decisions, because we, the Deno, and no one else can predict the future. Everything holds risk. But what I'm going to share right now is just 2 different scenarios, and you have to make your decisions what suits you the most. But let me explain what we have seen for the past years and how it is that certain people has been able to benefit so much more than others in this system. Some will come and say that, oh, I've been in Ultima, I've never made any money. And then you got another person coming and say, I've been in Ultima for the same period of time and I made millions. So the system is the same. The token is the same. The opportunity is the same. The circumstances are the same. The CEO is the same. And still, 2 people are having 2 different experiences. If we can recognize that there's certain people in this system making huge amounts of money, there must be something they're doing that others are not. And if we objectively understand this, we can apply those strategies. Now, most people will come in without doing analysis. So we get enticed by emotions, we get enticed by hype, and we usually jump in when there's movement of the price and when the price is going high, because then it's easy to join when everyone is joining and when price is going up. We get involved and we start claiming our rewards. We see it as a cash flow. So what is happening? We are claiming rewards every day, and we are looking at the dollar value. The dollar value is what we are looking at. And I'm saying that this is the path that most people are taking who is not making the big amount of money. Just keep that in mind. They are looking at the dollar value. They will be the one to say, hey, yesterday I make X amount of dollars per day. Today I make less. So the first mistake is that we are looking at this as a cash flow business. We join without analysis, and we are coming in with most times more than we can handle to hold away or keep away for the period of time required for the value to go up. So what is happening? Sell pressure is increased because everyone is selling at any price. When price is decreasing, more people are selling because they're getting fearful. So the price is decreasing. And now people get negative. Why? Because they're looking at the dollar amount that they're receiving every single day. Now, this is happening because now people get stressed. Why? Because they are taking money that they need for their bills next month, and they're utilizing that money to get involved in a platform like this. And they need to pay their bills, so they need to sell at any price. So what is happening? People keep selling at any price. They get more stressed, they get more negative, they get more fearful, and they are now stressing even more because they got bills to pay. This is you getting involved in the wrong way because you are now having negative emotions, you have stress, and you have reliance on a cash flow which is volatile, which is always going to be initially when a token is coming to market. So this is one problem, because what is happening now is that when outside communities looking into our community, they will see people complaining. They will see people being stressed. They will see low energy. They will see all of these things. And do you think they're going to say, oh, this looks great, let me buy? And we need other buyers. We need more community to get involved. So have we created an environment where people want to join? So we expect the price to go up so we can cash out at a higher price, but we are giving negative energy, which makes no one want to join. So this is one outcome. And of course, this is always going to take you through a spiral, which makes you just lose all your Ultima, price go down, 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 down. And then you're sitting there with no Ultima, and you're complaining about the cash flow, and your bills are coming, you're getting stressed, and you leave. And then what happened? Price increases, you miss out, and you are jumping back at the high price again. You're just doing this cycle over and over again. There is a different strategy. The different is to move your mindset from seeing this product as a cash flow product to seeing it as a accumulation of an asset. Now, what is the difference? Now I'm taking the new scenario where what we have understood by analyzing this company for 2 years is what the people who's made the most amount of money has been able to do. Now, they are not looking at the dollar amount. So when you look into how much you're earning per day, ask yourself, are you looking at how much dollars you're earning per day? Or are you looking at the amount of Ultima you're earning per day? So the most people that are winning in this market, they are looking at the amount of Ultima they're earning per day. And the people that are losing, they are looking at the amount of dollars they're earning per day. Now, the people that is doing it in what we believe is the right way, they are looking at the amount of Ultima that they are accumulating, and they are analyzing the company and saying, okay, I believe that in a period of 1 year, this company will be able to increase its value by growing the community, by increasing the ecosystem, and by understanding the tokenomics. After reading the white paper and understanding the details of this business, I estimate that the price will increase by 10 times in the coming 1 year. And based on this analysis, I'm looking at the amount of Ultima I can accumulate today with the vision that in 1 year I can sell it at a higher price. This mindset is making sure that you have patience. You are looking at it long term, and you are basing your decision on deep analysis and understanding of the project. You have made your risk assessment, meaning that the amount of money you come in, you understand the risk and opportunity, and you're able to keep this money in the assets for the required time for the value to increase. Now, this means that they don't have a reliance on this money to pay their bills. Very important. If you're relying on the cash flow to pay your bills, you will be forced to sell at any price, and you will be the one that is going to miss out when the price is increasing. If you don't have a reliance on it, which is how we should always act with any purchase of any asset, we should not have a reliance on it. If you need cash flow, build the business, build cash flow. But you don't see the product as your cash flow. See the product as an accumulation of assets. Now, with this strategy, you are giving the company time to build, and due to your deep analysis, risk assessment, no reliance, and long-term holding strategy, you are becoming a support in the community in terms of positive energy. You are calm, you are confident, you are collected. And imagine if everyone was calm, collected, confident, and a form of excitement. And there's people looking at our community and saying, hey guys, that community looks like they know something that I don't know. I need to get involved ASAP. The difference is so clear, guys. And these people that is accumulating and have done the analysis. And if your analysis is telling you that the price will go up, that's, of course, if your analysis says the price will go down, you have to make a different strategy. You make the analysis. But if the strategy is that the price will go up, if you believe that, I can give my reasons to why I believe that, but you make your own, because you are an adult and responsible for your decisions. Then when the price is increasing, then you are the one that is selling all your accumulated assets at the high price. And big money is being made. So the first group of people, they are getting less money, and they are supporting, or they're affecting the price negatively by selling, seeing it as a cash flow, being negative, comparing to dollar amount. And they're always making sure it go down, 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 down. And by the time we're at the bottom, they don't have any Ultima left. The market turning because no one got any Ultima to sell. The price increases. They don't have any Ultima left. The people who's accumulated, they make profits because the price went up, and the cycle repeats. This is the two different scenarios between people in the same platform, in the same circumstances, with the same opportunity, the same CEO, the same token, and two complete different outcomes. So the question is, how do you approach this? I'm not telling that you have to take a strategy and apply it based on what I'm saying. But I can say one thing, that what we are looking at is what has happened the past 8 years. How has money been made in this company? It has been of a period of many months of price low. There's not too much happening on the outside. Of course, a lot of development behind the scenes. And then there's an explosion happening, and the price increases very rapidly. And within 2 months, people are making more money than they ever done in their lives. This has happened over and over and over again in this company. We have seen how the company has been able to do it in the past, with multiple coins going up a lot in value. And this time is different with the smart blockchain, with Ultima token, and with all that is coming. This time is one token, and it's not going to be more. And this is something where everything is able to give us bigger opportunities than ever before, because we can start making more long-term strategies. So this is very important to ask yourself where you are positioning yourself in this. How are you approaching this? Are you seeing it as the people that is winning doing it, or are you doing it in the wrong way and seeing it as a cash flow? Are you collecting assets with a long period of time vision, or are you acting without strategy on emotions and just looking at the dollar amount? So ask yourself who you are in these two groups. Now, the last thing I want to say is that we have some incredible things ahead of us, guys. We have right now in the world $1.5 quadrillion of wealth. If we combine all the assets, real estate, precious metals, all assets, it's estimated that we have $1.5 quadrillion of wealth in the world. Now, the crypto market is $2.5 trillion market. $2.5 trillion. Sounds like a lot. But let's put it in comparison. Apple is a company. One company has a market cap of $3 trillion. One company has a bigger market cap than the whole crypto market with 2 million companies in the crypto market. 2 million companies in the crypto market has a valuation of combined $2.5 trillion. One company, Apple, has a valuation of $3 trillion. Now, why am I saying this? The reason I'm saying this, you got to understand how early you are in this industry. We are predicting that the crypto market will be worth hundreds of trillions of dollars. It means that over the coming years, hundreds of trillions of dollars is going to enter this market. And we will have multiple Apple valuated companies in the crypto market. So if you understand that it is going to be trillions of dollars coming into the crypto market in the coming years, and you are this early, you got to ask yourself, how are you positioning yourself to benefit from those trillions? Now, let me explain how money moves in this market. If our community is negative, complaining, disbelief, and pushing the price down, those trillions will not be attracted to come into our market, into our coin. If we are excited, if we have belief, if we have confidence, if we are supporting the vision, what will happen? These trillions will be attracted to our coin and into your pockets. So when we analyze any crypto project, one of the key pillars is to go into their Telegram groups or go into their communities and see how excited is the community. If I go and look at a new crypto project in the market, and I go and I see into their calls and I'm looking into their community, and the community is not alive and nothing is happening, they're not excited, I will straight away say, this is a red flag. I should not get involved, and I should look for something else. But if I look into a project and I see everyone is excited, and it could be the same project with the same fundamentals, and everyone is excited, and everyone is believing, and everyone is pushing, I said, wow, this community, with or without the company actually fulfilling their vision, this community will bring this token up because they're excited, they have belief. I will invest into this token. So it is, of course, very important for us to understand how are we attracting people and money into our ecosystem of Ultima, which in turn will come into your pockets because you were an early adapter. The people bought Bitcoin first, they made money because others bought it at a higher price. Very simple. And same will happen here. So how do we attract people to choose to buy Ultima at a higher price? We need to be excited. We need to be positive. Of course, constructive criticism has to come. Yes, the company will do mistakes. Yes, we'll be frustrated. But handle that frustration within your close groups, not to hide, but to create an environment of positive energy, which will attract bigger community, more liquidity. And in the end, that will give you what you are complaining about, which is if the price is low, the price goes up. So I want to end off by saying we have the power in our hands in a co-creation with the company. The company is working on a 3-month plan. If we are supporting this, we all can make a lot of money in the coming months. If we are not, it's going to be up to the company to continuously push, and the time will take longer. So we have to choose, do we want to explode now or not? If we want, then we need to see our accumulation of Ultima as building an asset base and not a cash flow. And we need to teach others the same. Now, what is going to happen? We're going to have bigger movements of price. And with the higher price increase, we attract more community, more liquidity, and the price can increase even further. And that's how money is being made. So ask yourself, which group are you in? How are you contributing to your own pockets by contributing to the platform? and what are you doing the coming 10 days, 2 months, 3 months. And if you all are agreeing with what I believe we should do, or we believe we should do, then we all can be in a very powerful position only a few months from now. But again, it's in our hands. So we are extremely excited, guys. We know that for the past 8 years, there's been ups and downs, but in the end, it's always come new ups. And through those ups, those who done the right strategies have made a lot of money. And it continues to come because this company is not closing down. Alex is not giving up, and new solutions will always come. So this is how we can win in this market. With those words, I hope today has been giving you good insights. I have been speaking very straight because I need everyone to understand this. We need to lift ourselves up to a higher level of consciousness to be able to understand everything that is happening. So with that being said, guys, I will hand over to Danish, and there will be a continuation where he will deep dive into certain topics that we have received over the past week from the community. And as the community is growing and we are feeling the pulse on the ground, we are recognizing what has to be shared. And initially this call, we shared the news, updates, and information. We shared the mindset required to be able to get to where we want. And in the end, we talk about expanding the community and some incredible information that is needed for us to take it to a new level and do our part. So with that being said, let me hand over to you, Danish, and take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emil. I must say that was a fantastic breakdown of pretty much the mindset that's required right now for us as a community to really press that reset button and understand what our role and responsibility is. Last week, we had mentioned the quote, which I always like ending with, and that was obviously what Alex had said on one of his voice notes, which was, we need to do our job and he'll do his. And pretty much what Emil has covered is that. I mean, in essence, that's what it is. That's what it's about. And I think the best way for me to start my part of today's mastermind is sort of focusing on the status of the market at the moment. And what market am I referring to? Let's not talk about the cryptocurrency market. Our profession is network marketeers. We are network marketeers. We promote a product to the larger masses to make sure that we can encourage, obviously, a residual passive income for us. And I just love the way Emil just broke down how we need to see our commissions versus, of course, the asset buildup. I mean, this is beautiful, and this really helps my topic of discussion today. And like I said, it's all about the status of the market at the moment. And as we approach summer, it's a yearly trend. Every single year during the summertime, as we're approaching the June, July, August months, you will see so many different companies coming out there and utilizing this time frame to sort of capture and grab every single leader out there that is attracted to shiny objects. And that's something, again, that we've always warned everyone in this community about, okay? It's being attracted to those shiny objects. And this is that day and age right now. And what's adding to that, and what's literally putting that statement on steroids, is the fact that we're upon a bull run. Okay, the greater cryptocurrency markets are upon a bull run, and that is just assisting all of these, frankly speaking, bad people, bad companies, people with the wrong intentions coming out there, and basically they are grabbing everyone that is sort of weakening themselves at the foundation. And this is what I want to focus on today. So I want to put it out there, and I want to make sure that every single one of us are aware of this, you understand this, and you understand what this business has. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So the status of the market at the moment, again, it's full of companies sending those messages out. The other day, one of our key top leaders had posted in the group, a WhatsApp group that was probably, I'd say, 500, 600 people strong. And, it's promoting some kind of trust wallet, investment scheme per se. And, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Be very careful. Dear community that tunes into our masterminds, and we're so grateful for you guys to come into these masterminds. Today, as soon as Emil opened up the link, bang, there was 60 people ready, even before 1 p.m. Dubai time. And we salute you guys. And I'm saying, dear community, be careful. Be very wary of the hawks out there that are coming, that are trying to grab sort of you and put your attention and your mind to those shiny objects. Chances are, if it's looking too good to be true, it probably is. Okay, so just be wary. That's all I have to say when it comes to the first point. The second point is this. I've just mentioned just now that we're approaching the holiday season. Okay, now a lot of us have family demands, a lot of us have individual demands, etc., etc. We feel like we want to pamper ourselves, and I just want to talk a little bit about that. Okay, please spare a moment this weekend to align yourself with your goals, your dreams, your visions, your whys, and how you had certain goals in the beginning of 2024. And you need to make sure you're accountable for those goals, which will determine the way you spend whatever you have, okay, in your pockets during these summer months and these holiday months. Now, why am I saying this? Well, because every summer I go through this personally. There's a lot of demands from the family. There's a lot of demands personally. You're thinking, right, the first 6 months of the year are over. Let me spoil myself, and let me use my credit card, even though I don't have the money. You understand? And I know all of us go through this. Maybe we may not all have credit cards, but we have that little emergency fund that we're like, you know what, let me spend it. Tomorrow I'll make the money. Please, guys, be careful of that. Okay, I'm not some kind of money management guru and will never give financial advice, but I'm explaining what we go through. And I'm explaining what the psychology is of a network marketeer through experience. I've seen this happen. So many people approach these 2-3 months thinking that they need to spoil themselves. Instead, guys, focus on the right type of money management throughout the next 2 to 3 months. Focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on the commissions being that cash flow. Focus on the fact that you need to start encouraging a saving, okay, an emergency fund, and that could come in the form of the token that we have here. That could come in the form of the commissions being put to the side and not spending them on wants. I want this, I want that. No, focus on your needs, and the rest of it, just keep it aside and try and keep a steady and level head during these months. It's crucial to understand that, because we see so many people out there already planning, and it's great, it's fantastic. Go take a break, but remember, the goals that you set for yourself in the month of January as your New Year's resolution are going to get hit. They will get impacted, especially financially, during these months if we are not accountable and we're not steadfast and we're not principalized on what it is that we shouldn't be spending on the wants. Let's just focus on the needs. So this is that period of time. And I'm just going to go back to what I spoke about last week, which was the different phases of network marketing. Phase 1, initial excitement. Phase 2, disappointment and challenges. Phase 3, phase 4. You either quit and try and join a company that's touting you right now, throwing shiny objects at you, or you stay true to the course. Now, staying true to the course here in Ultima, I will be the first to admit that it is not an easy job. It's very difficult. And the purpose of these calls is for you to come and feed off us who are like-minded people saying, guys, we understand the position you're in. We know it's not easy, but stay true to the course. As Amina said, there's so much happening behind the scenes. We genuinely believe and we feel very affirmed that tomorrow, the day after, and next week, and the beginning of July, and then the craziness of August, it's going to be nuts, guys. And this was my topic last week. Stay true to the course, okay? Lay that foundation. Make sure you're being steadfast on how you manage everything that's around you and don't get carried away. Okay, guys? So money management during this holiday period, you managing yourself, you managing the fact that things are challenging, etc., etc. This is the time for us to grow. All right? Let's make sure that we focus on that. Okay? The third point I wanted to make is, too many of us in this industry have promoted businesses in the past before we arrived at Ultima. And we've seen so many CEOs, so many founders, so many of these individuals let us down. We go out there, we promote the business, we literally flash our credibility to everyone only to be hit very, very hard. Okay. Instead, what's happening over here is behind the scenes, this founder, this incredible person is building a massive, massive platform for us to enjoy the months of July and most especially enjoy the months of August. So stay true to the cause. And one request that we have from us to you is do not take for granted not only the opportunity of Ultima, but don't take for granted the fact that Alex Reinhardt is wanting to evolve with the times. I'll say it again. He wants to evolve with the times. Okay? When you have a founder that is understanding of the cryptocurrency markets, the way it works, the way the field works, the way social media works, the way literally AI is conducting itself and rolling itself out, the chat GPTs of the world, everything. He understands everything. And he's trying to align himself with all of what's going on and developing in the background and basically create opportunities for us in the background. Don't take that for granted, because I can assure you there's a very valid reason as to why we are still here and why, as Emil has said, for 2 years we are conducting mastermind calls where we enjoy giving you this advice. And believe me, we're all open to taking that advice as well. We don't prophesize to know everything, but we want to do our part. And our part is telling the community, 300 plus of us that have joined the call today, that make sure we do not take for granted the fact that he is evolving with the times of the economy. He is evolving. He's going to be producing products for us that we can go and be relevant in the space of our professionalism. We go out there and we don't just say, hey, I've got this product to sell. And someone looks at us and say, yeah, but that's old products, man. This is rubbish. I don't want to buy it because look at this. This is newer. This is evolution. We are evolving with times. And I can tell you now, as a network marketeer, I love the fact that I've got the latest and the greatest product to sell. So don't take that for granted. Too many of us have promoted businesses out there that are not evolving with the time. They're stuck with that product, whether it's physical or digital. And because they're so biased to that product, they just keep selling it. And all of a sudden, the momentum dies down. Here, we're evolving. Don't take that for granted. Okay, guys? My fourth point is, you know, I speak to so many people out there, and every single one of them are in that rat race 9 to 5. And I was there. Hands up. I was there. I know what it's like. But the reality is, if you're going to work at your job, you're just going to make a living. Okay, please write this down if you guys have got piece of papers and pens. If you're going to work at a job, you're just going to make a living. But if you work on yourself, you will make a fortune. So a lot of people are caught in that race of, okay, how can I be accepted by society? How can I tune into society's expectations? Do I go become a banker? Do I become an accountant? Do I become an engineer? Do I become a doctor? Do I become a pharmacist? And then when I become that, how is it that I can sell myself so that society can accept me? I have seen so many incredible online platforms where individuals are quitting their jobs. And I'm not saying if you've got a job, you quit it. Please understand the wisdom in what I'm saying. So many platforms are out there just recently before the summer. Okay, and they're seeing what's going on globally. They are quitting their six-figure jobs. Why? Because they want to be more and more true to themselves. 2 months before a bonus is paid, they're quitting their job. And they're saying they need to be more true to themselves. Why? Because what they want to do is they want to work on themselves and create a fortune out of that. And this is the day and age that we are in right now. So why am I saying this? Because it's related to the point I made previously. Don't take the opportunity that we have over here for granted. Do not do that. Okay, guys? It is times like this where the dust is settling a little bit. A lot of people are offering all sorts of things to you. We know this, guys. We're network marketeers. If there's anyone that's going to get approached first, it's us. Stay true to the course. Manage your finances properly. Don't go for the wants. I want this, I want that. No, go for the needs. This is that period of time, okay? Press that reset button, which is my next point, my fifth point. press that reset button. Listen to what Emil has just said right now. In essence, he has indirectly covered the golden rules that Alex set out for us a very, very long time ago, guys. And I'm talking about a year ago, possibly. All right, what are the golden rules? Well, simple. If you see a low price, buy, if you have the resources to do so. If you see a high price, no worries. And if you're happy with that, hey, guess what? No problems. Go ahead. If you feel like you need the liquidity in your system, but you don't need to sell everything, go ahead. Number two, make sure you keep your tokens, the assets Emil was talking about. Make sure you keep them, not for 6 months, but longer. All right, let's as a community work together to make sure that we build the price of this token. You know, we cannot go and, you know, give charity with one hand, but then take with the other hand. Do you understand the concept? What I mean by that is I'm giving you charity and I'm saying, hey, community, 250 people on the call, let's hold onto this coin because it's part of the golden rules. But then the other side, all right, is selling. We can't do that, guys. We can't complain about the price. And next thing you know, we're all too happy to sell. I understand we all have our needs. I do understand that, but so long as they are needs and not wants. So my advice on and based on the golden rules is make sure you are percentaging out your assets. Okay, make sure if you have a certain amount of assets in the form of these tokens, don't sell all of them. Let's work together as a community because this is the time where we need to do our part. Okay. Number three, make sure you maximize systematically the number of tokens, coins that you have over a period of time. And this is that time to do that. Here we are at a crucial period of time in your careers. This is that time where you start building on that asset. As Emil said, understand the difference between the cash flow and understand the difference between the assets. Number four, don't sell at a loss, guys. You know, I can't begin how many times I have talked to Alex. We have talked to Alex, and he says, you know, the crazy thing about this community is that even if the price of the coin is $100, they'll still sell. And he's right. Okay, guys, we need to get our act together. We need to make sure that we're not doing these things in order to support the value of the token. And we cannot do that until and unless we all come together as a community. Okay, because too many of us are operating as individuals and we're not taking this business as a cherishing point. We're taking it for granted. We're taking for granted the evolution. We're taking for granted that opportunities keep getting spinned into this community for ourselves, and we're not doing anything about it, but just complaining about the price. And then the fifth rule that he's always talked about is, of course, never break the rules because of panicking. All right, guys, don't panic. The reality is we're all over here. We need to either choose one way or the other. What are the differences between the two? Well, either we believe in this vision and we stay true to the course, or we get the hell out. Okay, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's very important you are true to yourself. When you're focusing on yourself and aligning yourself with the status of the market and the monetary scenario that we're going to go through over the next month or two, you got to be true to yourself. If you're focused on a vision, let's all join together, join hands and focus on that vision together. So just to have a bit of a recap, number one, status of the market. Okay, guys, it's rife. Too many messages are coming in. Many companies are establishing themselves. Don't get attracted to the shiny objects. Trust me, you're just going to burn your fingers because if it's looking good, it probably is. It's too good to be true. Just be careful of that. Okay, number two, manage yourselves and your finances during this holiday period that's about to come. Okay? Don't just fall for that sympathy angle where, I need to enjoy myself, spend to myself. Yes, of course, spend, man. Guys, look, you're as Emil said, you're the masters of your own decision. But just have a thought for the fact that you did have goals in January. Have a thought for that. Have a thought to become disciplined in how you manage and put things to the side, and you have an emergency fund that carries you for a month, 2 months, 3 months. That's how we build the business. We don't just spend based on what we've earned in the month. No, we always put money to the side. So focus on that. And I'm not here to teach you how to manage your money. I'm just giving you reminders of what I'm doing because that's what I'm here for. And I hope you value that. Okay. Number three, Don't take the evolution that the company is putting into this business for granted. Don't take it for granted that you have had, let's say, the same product and you're only selling the same product. No, we are so relevant in today's day and age. And I can tell you the kind of things happening behind the scenes. Alex is making this business more and more relevant. So we are the new fashion. We are going out there and we're saying, look at this shirt. It's the best. You've never seen anything like it. And that's the product we're wanting to sell. And I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I mean when he comes up with these updates, because, man, there's some real exciting things happening behind the scenes, as Emil said, and they are very relevant to today's day and age of how businesses are moving and evolving through social media and also through the gaming industry, etc., okay? Number 4, the fourth point, just to recap, okay? People work at their job and they make a living, but here we are working on ourselves and we are going to make a fortune. So really focus on that during this period of time. Work on yourself. Don't just fall for society's expectations of you. Oh, hey, Danish, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a network marketer. Oh, that sounds a bit drab. Don't be shy. Don't be, a lackluster and lack of confidence when you're telling people what you do. Be very proud of what you do. I'm very proud of being a professional network marketer, because it sets me free. I can manage my own timetable instead of being stuck to someone who's going to tell me what I'm worth per hour. You don't want to get into that, guys. So let's work away from that. Let's be proud of not meeting with society's expectations and, more importantly, meeting with your goals. What are your goals? When you look in the mirror, what are your goals? Why is it that you're doing this? Okay, let's align with that, all right? And then finally, let's press that reset button, guys. Let's work together as a community. Let's build the price of this token. Let's follow the golden rules, which we have been told time and time and time again. All right, number 1, low price, buy. High price, sell, but don't sell everything, okay? Let's keep some, because you never know. It's going to come in handy, because that's the CEO, the founder of this business's goal. All right, make sure you keep your tokens, your coins for a certain period of time, not 6 months, no, longer. All right, maximize systematically the number of coins that you have and tokens that you have. Number 4, never sell at a loss. And number 5, don't panic. And I'm going to end off, before I hand over to Navid, I'm going to end off with a quote that I said the other day, okay? Life may not have worked out for any one of you right now. At this point in time, you could be 40, 50, 60, 30, 20, doesn't matter. You may think, why is things not happening for me right now? Okay? Because a lot of us on this call, I know, are in that situation. I've been in that situation many a time before. Okay, guys? And this is what I have to say to you. You particularly. Yes, I'm talking to you. Some of the best times in life haven't happened yet. Okay, guys? Some of the best times in life haven't happened yet. And I need to tell this to you, because you need to understand that life isn't just an easy thing where you click your fingers and bang. No, every single one of us has to choose our hard. And all of us right now are going through that hard. And it's not a negative thing. It's a very positive thing, because this is the time frame that we go through where we grow. We come outside our box and we are ready to fight, but be that fighter. Don't give up. That's my message. Okay, guys? So some of the best times in life haven't happened yet. And I can assure you, the best times in our lives, in this Ultima community, haven't yet happened. Stay true to the course. Follow your principles. Focus on your needs and not just your wants. And I promise you, we will get there at the end. Let's stay together. Let's stay strong as a community, and we will win at the end of the day. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Experience, the guy who has all the knowledge. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's practiced all the stuff that I have just spoken about today. And there's a reason as to why he is in the position where he's in, where he can deliver advice, wisdom on a very top level. So let's borrow your ears for another 5-10 minutes, guys. Let's listen to what this incredible human being, Navid, has to say. So Navid, the floor is yours, brother. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Danish, and thank you so much, Emil, as well. I think this is a really great coverage from both of you, and I think this is exactly what the community needs to hear right now as well. You know, for the past few weeks when I've been speaking on this then Mastermind and also with people around our team, we've been talking a lot about the summer, and of course, it's not a secret. The summer is here. We are here right now. The summer have entered. The kids have quit school. Well, in some parts of the world, some parts are quitting soon, and you know we are in the midst of the summer. And the question is, are you prepared and have you set your plans yet for this summer when it comes to your business? Do you have the goal ready for the summer? Do you know exactly where you want to be when we entering, you know, September, October? Do you know what you want to have had accomplished? And have you maybe, you know, looked at different activities? So what we see as well, that also something that we're very happy about, some leaders in our team as well, they are arranging local gatherings for the team, you know, with a nice, like a nice social gathering, not necessarily business-wise, but just basically coming together and, you know, having a great time together, to build memories together, to build relationships together, to really build that movement of having fun together, because this is also very, very important. And I know that many people maybe look past these things and think that everything needs to be serious, everything needs to be professional, everything needs to be only strictly business. But I think you're missing a big part in network marketing if that's the thought, of mine to, you know, to consider, you know. And also, have you looked at maybe arranging a tour to travel around and hosting maybe one-to-one meetings, living room presentations, or even bigger venue presentations, where you actually have the possibility of meeting existing and new people. So I think this is important to look at that. I really hope that all of you have been planning this, scheduling this, and are really prepared to go out and do this. Because one other thing as well, you know, the community will really appreciate if you are there, if you are visible in all times, good, you know, the high times and the lower times and the mid times as well. It's very important to be there and to be visible. For the past now, I don't know, about, yeah, a little bit more than 2 years, we are hosting these calls. It doesn't really matter where the business are at. It doesn't really matter where we are located in terms of the Ultima business. We are here, we took a decision, and we're here to stay, and we're here to work. But another thing as well, when we a little bit already touched these topics a little bit, I think it's quite interesting that, you know, I actually started to look around in our Wolfram Network Academy this week. First of all, it's very inspiring to look at Emil and Danish speaking, you know, and listening to the wisdom and knowledge that actually comes out. I think it's very important that we also remind ourselves many times about the knowledge we have, and also, you know, to continuously keep ourselves updated in the space, and also maybe remind ourselves about things in this space. But I came across a video that went through the topic of where attention goes, energy flows. And I think that's very interesting, you know, topic, because if you're thinking about it, I think we all should be aware of our thoughts and be aware who you want to become and also who you are right now. And are you that actually, you know, or are you just acting from a point of past experience that have programmed your mind, and or are you actually interrupting these unconscious thoughts that is based on this old programming to change your emotional state? You know, what's really interesting, if you're just thinking about it, when you're sitting in a car sometimes, or when you're going around, you just come into an unconscious loop of situations that might arise, or something in the past that reminds you of something, and then you are now starting to kind of, you know, go into a state of mind of anxiety, anger, fear, you know, whatever, where you kind of now your entire body is starting to react and kind of put you into this state of mind where you are not really in control. I find this very, very interesting, because if we have the possibility and the ability to kind of be aware of this, that this is not me, this is my kind of emotional programming that is actually taking over right now, we have a very interesting way of interrupting this and actually reprogram our mind. What's very interesting regarding this as well, you know, because this comes with the attention. If you are attentive to these kind of thoughts taking over and actually changing your emotional state, excuse me, what happens then is you can actually change now. You can go into a conscious state instead and just say, I'm not thinking this thought. I'm changing the thoughts process now, and I'm changing my emotional state. If you actually learn yourself to get the ability of doing this, I believe that you have the possibility of changing a lot of things around you. Because if you're thinking about it, if we are continuously living in the past, in the past, we're letting the past emotions running the future emotions, we will always be in the same loop of happenings and things happening around us. You know, we all heard about law of attraction, right? It's the same thing. It's just different words. Because if we continuing and continuously, you know, being in the past and living in the past, acting as if we are in the past, we will never really get what we want, need, and desire in the future, because what we want, need, and desire in the future needs a different version of us. And this different version is crucial, because you need to start learn yourself to be able to kind of go in there and interrupt all these thoughts. And I find it very interesting with the power of it as well. Because what's interesting with the human brain is the human brain cannot differentiate past experience, memories, and actually new memories that you're creating. So basically, you can manipulate your own brain, start going in. You can go into a meditation, for example, and start visualizing exactly what you want and start feeling this emotional state. If you do this and get good at this, you can actually reprogram your entire mind and you become a completely different person and the version that you actually want to become. And I find this very fascinating, really, really fascinating. I came across a lot of material lately as well regarding this topic, which is absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. So I think this is something we can remind ourselves when we go into these different loops of past experiences that maybe are holding us back a lot and quite drastically. I think it's very important to try to remind yourself, try to go in there and interrupt these thoughts and go in and really change direction. Because if you can change that direction, you can also change the direction of how and what you will have moving forward. So yeah, we are ready. I'm actually going on a Norwegian tour tomorrow, which will be really, really fun. If some of you Norwegian guys are here on the call now, I'm really looking forward to meet you. I'm going together with Albert, our amazing Purple Diamond leader, and we can't wait to get to Norway. We are planning a lot of things as well. We are moving. We are, you know, having calls. We are having presentations with our team and focusing a lot on that, and you know, to help and support in those ways that we can. And our encouragement is that you do the same and you go out there and you have a, you know, your schedule of what to do this summer. If you haven't arranged a social gathering, do that. Create a social gathering. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can do it at your home. You can invite your closest team members to your home. You can have some fun activities. Maybe you go out and eat something, etc. So you just go out there, have fun. Remember that summer is a relaxing period where people also open up their minds. They will be open to discussions. They will be open to have spontaneous visits. They will be open to have, you know, maybe some dream building where you kind of maybe start fueling their thoughts about maybe having the ability to have a longer vacation next year, maybe feeling their thoughts, you know, and getting them those emotions of maybe having the possibility of being home more, maybe go down in terms of how much time they're spending at their work, etc. It's a perfect time to go in there, entering and opening up people's minds, and you know, to really, really, really build those relationships as well. And go into these meetings not in the purpose of signing people up. Go into these meetings in terms of being genuinely curious, being authentic in those questions, being genuinely, you know, caring for what they can accomplish. And I believe you will have an amazing recipe for your future as well. So with those words, I don't know if Emil wants to maybe round up and summarize quickly. If so, I leave over to you, Emil, and thank you so much, guys, for today, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone for joining us. And we have a lot of information that's going to come in the coming weeks. So let's decide what it is that we are doing for our own business and how we bring value to what we're doing here and how we together can co-create towards a positive future. So all updates that is pending will come very soon, guys. And we wish you all a beautiful weekend and an incredible week next week. So take care, everyone, and see you on the next call.